Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, an interesting experiment, so I wanted to document this. As you see, this is the Lionel motor out of that 8213. This was the original motor. It had that circuit board that was bad. This is out of the locomotive that Robin bought me for Christmas. Anyway, this uses a circuit board and a CAN motor. So, as you see, it has a CAN motor in it. And it relies on that circuit board to act as a rectifier to convert AC to DC. So there wasn't much I could do with this. The circuit board was just destroyed from water damage. So what I did was I put this on the rail and I have hooked up a 12 volt DC transformer and I'm regulating its input with a lamp dimmer. And just wanted to do a quick experiment here, so I thought I'd document it. So I've got a 12 volt DC transformer hooked up to the terminals on the magnetic lock-on, and I've got that motor on the rail with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 litho cars. Let's see what happens. As you see, it runs. Actually runs quite well. Let's give it full power. There's full 12 volt power. So more than fast enough, no doubt. So that's straight 12 volts. You could run this on a car battery. And like I said, I'm just using this lamp dimmer, as you see. And that's regulating the input voltage to this transformer, which then in turn regulates its output voltage to the track. So let's take this around again. See how slow I can run it. Let's try that. That'll be also a good indicator of how well this track is conducting electricity. As you see, it's running quite well. Fairly constant speed all the way around. All right, let's turn it up a bit. So, lots of possibilities here. What I could do is just put a couple of diodes on that motor and go ahead and run it on the AC track, which is what I might do. It'd be an easy way to save this motor. But it does work. It actually works quite well, which is surprising. Let's stop it over here, we can get a good shot of it. All right, stop it there. And as you see, I've just completely bypassed the electronics. And I've got the motor wired directly to the track, and I'm running it on DC voltage. Of course, to run it backwards, you just reverse the polarity, and it'll run in reverse. Anyway, just running the motor, I've got this little adapter I made for testing motors with a load. And as you see, it works quite well. And then to regulate the power, I'm just using a lamp dimmer plugged directly into this transformer. And as you see, it actually works quite well. But like I said, you could run this on a car battery, but very likely I'll just get a couple of diodes, hook it up to that motor, and run it on AC. That runs really well. An interesting experiment. Always fun to see what you can make out of junk. And in this case, I could put this right back in a Lionel body and reassemble a working locomotive. And like I said, add a couple of diodes and just put it back on the rail and run it. Right now it is straight DC because it's using a CAN motor. But as you see, that runs really well. So this would actually be a great way to set up a portable track where you could actually run it on a battery. So this works really well. So running on 12 volts of DC, like I said, I'm changing the input with a lamp dimmer plugged directly into the transformer. This is just a 1 amp 12 volt transformer, test transformer I use for doing some experiments. And I've just got it clipped onto the terminal, so it's feeding DC directly to the rail. But as you see, it worked. It worked rather well. So it's really simple. There's nothing in this motor now except the frame itself and this can motor and the contactor on the bottom. So it works. It was, like I said, it was an interesting experiment. So you have a choice. You can actually run this on DC if you want to. Or like I said, I will just hook up a couple of diodes and run it on AC. It's a great way to salvage a motor. There was nothing wrong with the motor itself. The electronics was gone. The circuit board had been, looked like it had been submerged in water and was just dead. It wouldn't do anything at all. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. So I'm running this on a 12 volt 1 amp transformer, as you see. And the transformer is plugged into a lamp dimmer. And as you see, it works. A DC locomotive. That runs actually quite well, you have to admit. So like I said, I'll put a couple of diodes on this and just reassemble it back into a locomotive and run it on AC. It's up and running. There's nothing wrong with that motor at all. The electronics were gone. So it works. It's a really, really simple expedient. A couple of diodes only cost, I don't know, $1, if that. And I can just reassemble this and run it on AC just using 2 diodes. So that works. That works really well. Anyway, it was an interesting experiment. So I just want to do a quick video to document it. Take it around one more time. So a Lionel motor with a DC can motor driving it, as you see. And like I said, I just took the circuit board out. It was destroyed. It wouldn't do anything. And I've just got the motor run directly to the contacts. And I'm just supplying DC directly to the rail itself. So like I said, I can put a couple of diodes on the power leads going to the motor and run it on AC. And it should run just absolutely perfectly. So I'll probably do a follow-up video. I'll get a couple of diodes and put this all together, and it'd be a great way to save a motor that no longer works, and you don't have to run it on DC. You can run it on AC just by using a couple of diodes on the leads going to the motor itself. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video, and like I said, the transformer is plugged into a lamp dimmer, which gives you full control of the voltage, as you see. So it works. An interesting experiment and a great way to save a Lionel motor where the electronics have gone out. Like I said, I'll just get a couple of diodes and convert the AC to DC and hook it back up and run it on standard track power. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.